So how do we know that we're leaving our window of tolerance? Welcome back to Empathic Sight, and this is my series on the window of tolerance and how to understand it. Now, in the last couple of weeks, we talked about the window of tolerance being that space where we feel the ability to deal with, we have capacity to deal with the things around us. If we're above our window of tolerance, we're hyper aroused, which means that we are energetic, we're alert, we're irritable, we're feeling like we're going a mile a minute. And if we're below our window of tolerance, it means we're hypo aroused, which means that we're kind of shut down, we're numb, our emotions are gone into flat affect, and that's not necessarily calm, that's actually a form of survival mechanism. So this week we're going to talk about how to notice the early warning signs that we're leaving that safe space, that place where we're in capacity to deal with things. So when are we leaving the window of tolerance? Because most people don't notice it. They think they're fine until they're not. Oftentimes we don't notice it until we are overwhelmed or we're completely shut down. Now, these warning signs can come in different forms. So in the physical form, they can be stuff like our shoulders are hunched up, or our breathing becomes shallow, and that can be in hyperarousal or hypoarousal. It all depends on the situation. Or we can notice that our movements are going faster, or that our talking is going faster and getting louder. Oftentimes people who are hyperaroused get really excited and really loud and talk really fast, and they don't even notice that they're overwhelmed, but their nervous system is working outside of that window of tolerance. Another form of warning sign is cognitive. So this is where this is like thought processes. So they might be thinking in extremes. They might be losing track of what somebody else is saying or what they're supposed to be paying attention to. Or they might get to a point where everything is immediate. Everything matters so much, or everything doesn't matter. Depends on if you're hyper or hypo aroused. The third form of signs for leaving your window of tolerance is emotional. So you might notice irritation, you might notice overwhelm, dread, or feelings of numbness or apathy, like you just don't care what's going on around you. And so those are all normal. Like all of these signs of leaving your window of tolerance are normal, and they happen to all of us. We all have a window, whether it's big or small, we all have a window. So the goal here is not to stop the signs from happening, because they're going to happen. We're always going to be stepping out of our window of tolerance, and then we have to bring ourselves back in. So the goal that we have is to notice the signs before it's too late. Because the sooner we can notice the signs, the more options we have for regulation. So I'm not asking you to fix anything today. For this week, until we come back with the next video about the window of tolerance, I want you to take a moment to notice what your signs are. When something starts to become too much or too little, I want you to notice what's happening in your body, with your emotions, or with your thought processes. Because the sooner we can learn about that, the closer we are to emotional regulation, and that is part of healing. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know what you took away from this video this week. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. And as always, thanks for watching.